Hello, 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 everybody. This is Yolanda Hinton, host of FYI After Dark, and I'm here with my co host, Mr. Edward Everett, aka Mr. E. Good evening, Mr. E.
And a pleasant good afternoon to you. How are you, yours, and them?
Doing quite well, happy. It's a beautiful day here in the Hampton Roads area. And we are here as we promised with FYI After Dark, sponsored by Crystal Records and Beard Gods. We're going to tell you a little bit about that in a little bit. In the meantime, we want to welcome Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We're on all social media platforms. We come on Mondays at 6 p.m. And we hope that you join us and you tell your friends and you share and like our posts. Follow us, subscribe. We want you to be a part of what we're doing. Now, we also host a morning show, FYI Morning Show Live, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9:30 a.m. Mr. You tell them what stations and what platforms they can find us on.
If you'd like to listen to us live on FYI in the AM from 9:30 to 10 a.m., you can find us on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3 FM, and on the World Wide Web, and soon to be WMVA 88.9 FM.
Tell us a little bit about that. Another platform, another FM platform that is exciting.
Just in case you don't know about the CBC, Christian Broadcasting Company, we are the only African American radio station in the 757 that's owned and operated by African Americans. And not only that, there's only 162 African American owners in the world, and we're one of the owners of an African American radio station. Our radio station is WMVA 88.9. It's based out of Norfolk, Virginia, but antenna site out of Accomack County that goes from there to Accomack, Delaware, Maryland, Richmond, Urbana, Saluda, Newport News, Hampton, and Pot, all there in Matthews County and back up in that area on that side of the rock. WGPL 1350 is a 5,000 watt radio station that serves Norfolk, Portland, Newport News, Virginia Beach, and all of the surrounding areas, and on the borderlines of Richmond and Williamsburg. 95.3 FM, that's our old baby, but it serviced all of the surrounding areas of Richmond, you name it, parts of Maryland, Newport News, Suffolk. We're down in those areas. The difference between the radio station that we on, one plays contemporary, one plays traditional gospel music. It's a 24-hour gospel radio station that's on Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday, 24 hours, never shuts down from day up to day out. So that's where we are. You can find FYI on either one of those stations, any one of those dials, in your radios, in your homes, on your cell phones, on your laptops, on your computers. You can find us anywhere that that radio is being heard at. You can find us all over the world.
That is so exciting. And to think we're able to reach more people. Now, we already have the World Wide Web, but to be able to go live into other states and other areas, that's just bringing more people to what we do. And we're too excited about it. I tell you what, give us another, a few days or a week, Mr. E, we'll be up and popping on 88.9.
That's right. We'll be up and popping on 88.9. Once again, good afternoon to Mr. Mark Howard. Thank you so very, very much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world.
All right, Miss Lawanda Tillett, happy Monday. Glad to see you on. Hope things are well for you and all those that are on. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for coming to us this evening, and it's so much to talk about. Mr. E, before we get started, I want us to make sure we send up a prayer to those families that have been affected by the shooting in Louisville, Kentucky. You know, it's a shame that we have to always, bring news and stories about, violence and gun violence. But this is where we live in. This is the wild, wild west. This is what's happening in our world. And it doesn't just uh, target one state. We've had a few uh, problem that have come our way in Hampton Roads, things that we didn't ever think that we would see, mass murders. And we just had one with the Walmart shooting. And, it's hard to recover from that. You have to kind of like kind of walk on eggshells in a sense, making sure you um, are, you kind of keep your mind wrapped around safety. We don't just talk about holidays, Mr. E, oh well, on holidays, be careful, watch your bags and watch it. It's not just a matter of holidays. It's every day where we're not walking in fear and paranoia, but we are very conscious of what we are dealing with in our cities, in our uh, local arena, our national and our international. It's just a lot going on. And so we want to send up prayers to those that are affected. It's not a good thing. It's not a easy thing. Families, I'm sure, are devastated. And it's just something that we really don't want to hear, but we find ourselves hearing it quite often.
That's right. We hear about stuff that goes on all over the world, from Kentucky to from Louisville, Kentucky to the 757s,
Yes,
Baltimore, you name it, violence
everywhere.
everywhere. So I believe that we ought to make it our business every morning to make sure that we say a little prayer. They had a little song, say a little prayer for me. That we whisper a prayer in the morning, whisper a prayer in noon, whisper a prayer in the evening. So, that's what we done got away from, essentially, is everybody's doing their own thing. Nobody really wants to take the time out to pray. So yeah, let's recognize those all over the world. Let's recognize those who far and near, UK, you name it.
Yes.
Let's recognize and just lift him up.
Yes, there were three delegates that were let go because they were protesting against gun violence. Isn't that ironic? And I think they reinstated two.
Yes, yes.
But this is the thing: you're gonna let them go for opposing something that we don't even want to see, let alone hear in our communities, our state, and you're going to let them go, but you're going to continue to keep things unsafe. You're not going to focus on the real problem. You're going to focus on, well, let's let them go. They're raising sand. They're going against what we said. Don't come in here with all that huffing and puffing. Well, somebody going to have to huff and puff. Because I'm telling you, I don't want to see it at my door. I don't want to see it at anybody else's door, Mr. E. But we're finding ourselves that it's right here in our neighborhood. I mean, and it's everywhere. You turn on the TV and you see the reports of so much violence, so
You know,
much gun violence, so much foolery and mess, and people resolving issues through weapons and things like that. Somebody better get the hot head about it. Somebody better say something. Somebody better care. And that's the thing, because it's not just adults taking out adults, it's people going into schools, taking out children, youngins that have not even had their lives really started yet. And they're just taking people out just like it's nothing. And so we need to pray, but we need to also keep ourselves ready, because you just don't know when the day, hour, or whenever
You know, you
life
know,
is gonna, end for any of us.
we just finished experiencing that with Jesus, where when he got up on the cross, beside him was two thieves. But in the judgment center, in the judgment hall, they really want to let a fellow by the name of Barabbas go, a robber, a thief, a murderer. But they really want to crucify Jesus. So, I mean, if they did it to Jesus, now they're doing it in this day and time. They're getting rid of folks who's trying to do what is right. Because if you look at it, guns are falling in the hands of our babies. Guns are falling here and there, and parents are not being responsible, nor is they really holding up anything. They are not doing what is right. All they're doing is doing what they wants to do. I mean, they too busy to put a gun up in the locker. They too busy to hide the gun from a child. They too busy putting the gun in a child's backpack so that the child can take the gun to school. So, the world is wicked. The people are wicked. We're dealing in wicked times. So yes, it's time to turn things around. It's time for us to pray and seek the face of God, so that we can get rid of all this chaos that's going around in
Yes.
America.
And deal with gun laws. If we've got to do something about
And the
that.
only
And
and the
so
only way and the only way we deal with gun laws, if we go to the polls and vote.
we can go to the polls, but we've got to get these politicians to get themselves together. We've got to deal with those that sell guns. We've got to deal with the NRA, and citizens have to, like you said, tell tell leadership that, hey, we got a problem here. And when we have people representing us that say we have a problem here, don't sit up there and try to get rid of them. My goodness, make sure you hear the voice of the people so we can resolve some of this. So people can be safe and secure. People want to feel that security, but we've been shaken. We've been shaken in our country and in our world. And we've just got to, like you said, keep praying and ask God to help us to just get through a world that we live in that just seems like it has gone, to a place that we just don't want to go. I
You-
wanted to also not forget Christo Records. You all can visit www.christorecords.com. It's on our banner. Visit there. You can find the book Willing is right underneath your nose. Yolanda Hinton's music, a little bit about Christo Community and Christo Records. We're still working on the website, but it's up if you want to send a message, or if you have any questions about any product or anything that we have, you can definitely reach out. Also, we have Beard Gods. Visit www.beardgods with a Z. That's BEARDGODZ.com. And look at all the great products. The founder and the owner is Chris Hinton, and he has a great line of products for beards and hair for men. And just go up there and see what he has. He has merchandise, hoods, hoodies. He has hats, and he has picks. He has all kind of things. And then he has some education about men and how you take care of your hair.
That's right.
You know, obviously you would think that men just automatically knew because his hair that's on their face and head or whatever. But through research, Chris found out that men, and even himself, before he was aware of how to really take care of his beard and stuff, doing some things that didn't help, just like using the wrong kind of a comb and things to comb the hair, not drying the beard good. The beard is because it's not cleaned properly and not moisturized and conditioned, it just tends on the inside to be scaly and just really kind of like something that is more aggravating than not. And so he learned how to choose the right barber. He learned how to choose the right tools. He learned how to uh, develop products that's going to help a man keep his face, beard, and hair clean. And the products are just great. If you go online, you'll see Chris. You'll see the models that he have up there. They use the product, and you can really, really look enjoy a very clean, moist, just really nice beard. You know, sometimes, Mr. E, when I see guys with beards, I say in my mind, you need to use beard God, because I see some of the dryness and I see some of the flakiness. I see some of the split ends and things like that. And I do keep his cards and brochures with me, and I do share his information and website. And so I hope you all, if you got a man that got a beard, or if he just needs it for his hair, if you have a brother or a daddy or uncle or somebody that's all grayed up, because a gray beard is kind of like an unruly beard and it's dry and definitely needs some tender loving care. Make sure you all visit www.beardgods.com and check him out, send him a great message, and congratulate him for going into business.
And that beer guard is one of the top of the line things that for those who on outdoors and indoors, it's if it's an outdoor wear, if you in the elements and and I believe, and you don't moisturize like I don't. You don't moisturize it. You got the split ends, the whole 9 yards. You need to jump on them.
Jump on it. We want our men to look good. We want everybody to just keep themselves all groomed up. If you're going to wear a beard and everything, keep it looking like something. Don't let
Yeah.
it just go wild and just because sometimes a wild beard is not very attractive. And so I rather see someone with a nice beard that has been taken care of. It makes the face look so good. It frames the face so wonderfully. I love beards anyway on a man, and so I think Beard Gods is the product for you all. So I tell you what, Mr. E, is like I said, so much going on. We want to just share some announcements with you all. Again, don't forget to join us on FYI Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9:30 a.m. We're on Peace 95.3, WGPL 1350 a.m., WPCE 1400, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and soon to be
88.9 FM.
how
88.9 FM. That's going to be our newest baby. That's WMVA. And we should be on by Thursday. You could be able to hear us Friday morning. You would be able to hear FYI on Friday morning on 88.9 FM. That's down there in Accomack County, towards Delaware, Maryland. Heads Brown, get ready because we're on our way down to Maryland and down into Albina, Saluda, you name it. Henrico County, that parts of Richmond.
yes.
We're coming on down to Saluda, Albina, Matthews County. And I'll give you a host of names where the radio station will be popping on at and close to Washington, D.C. That's right. We'll be hitting Richmond, Washington, D.C. in that area. Now, if you're going up 13, like going to Maryland and Delaware, in Accomack County, in Cape Charles, in Nada, Washington, what's that where they turn the horses loose up in that area. If you're going up to Fredericksburg, if you're going in all those areas like that, you're going to be able to pick up 88.9 FM.
Wow.
That's 88.9 FM Joy, 88.9 WMVA, 88.9. Now, if you go to places like Cape Charles and Only and Capron, and after you get over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, on that long bridge, you'll be hearing us. You'll pick us up on
Very
the
good.
bridge, and we'll be going all the way over that area.
That is absolutely I want to say tremendous. Is that corny? But
Well,
that's absolutely marvelous. I'll
if
put it like that. That's one of my words, marvelous and wonderful. Because the more people we reach, the more they get a chance to be inspired and rise above mere survival and be motivated and energized by the content of FYI, the special guests and the topics and just all the wonderful things that we have to give. Mr. E, on that note, I would like to just say to those that are in business, those that are starting a business, those that have special events, those that want to brand themselves and their business, this is a way to do that. If you'd
that's
like
right.
to sponsor a segment, if you like to sponsor FYI radio show, this is a great platform. Again, we reach so many, having a worldwide presence. First of all, then we have live radio. It's not a podcast. It's live radio where we are reaching people live in real time. We don't pre-record or anything like that. And we also brand on social media, our Facebook, our LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. We brand on Instagram. We have the capability of reaching a lot of people. And so for that reason, those that have businesses and would love to have a platform where they can reach out to people, please, 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 Mr. E is going to give you the number in a little while, or you can look on the banner and you can see our numbers. Also, our email address, FYRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. And you can say, hey, look, I need not only the numbers, but we need the cost of what it would take to shout out our business or have a segment, sponsor a segment, or sponsor the whole show, or be a part of FYI in some way. This is that way to do it.
That's right. If you like to sponsor a whole show, if you like a segment of the whole show, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the lady Hinton's Facebook page, FYI Facebook page, or email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com, or call us at 757-714-7861 and inquire. Say, listen, I want to sponsor FYI radio show. Yeah, we're heard all over the world. If you had your cell phones in your hand, folks normally take cell phones wherever they go. Guess what? They would never miss FYI, because all you have to do is go on your cell phone with your internet and pull up 1400 AM, 1350 AM, or www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com. Click and listen live. In Iraq, Iran, you can hear FYI radio show all over the world.
Yes, I have a good friend in Ghana. I have a friend in London. We have friends all over who are listening in, and we're glad. We're glad to be able to reach a lot of people because we have a great show. We have great content. We have great guests, and we, keep up with the trends and the news, breaking news. And so we want you all to be able to feel comfortable and having your business be a part of our outreach. I call it an outreach because we are definitely reaching out to a very big platform and a very large group of people. And so please, 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 you can look right here on the banner. You can call 757-714-7861 or email FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Or you can inbox and say, hey, wait a minute, I need to know more about sponsoring my business, putting my business out there, marketing my business, because I don't want to be accused of taking something beautiful and putting it under a bushel. When you have a business, a brand, you've got to set it out there for the world to see. You can't hide it. You've got to market it. You got to let people know about it. You can't sit back up there and say, well, I created this thing. I'm just going to hold it and coddle it. That's what the man did with the one talent. I got one talent. Well, I tell you what, Lord, instead of marketing it, I'm going to bury it. You didn't think nobody would do that. but they do. People take and they create things and they have things in their mind. They bury it right up here sometimes.
And
It's
sometimes they
already
don't.
created, it's
Right.
already thought of, but because of fear and all kind of things, insecurity and low self-esteem, they keep it right here. They
That's right.
never put it out into the marketplace. You never know what would happen as a result. Look at all the things that have been invented. Look at all the things that we have that we need. You know, if somebody that invented the cell phone would have kept it up here, we wouldn't be able to communicate like we do. If somebody had the idea of the internet and never exposed it, oh, I got a great idea, I got a great idea, but never exposed it, we would never have the things that God has given them for us. And that's what it's all about. It's not just for you to make coins, because hey, it is for you to do it, but it's not just that. It's to be able to expose and give birth to the things that God has for us through you. While I'm sitting back shaking in my boots, what if somebody's gonna want what you create? Somebody's gonna want what you have. And so you cannot sit back and not market it. And for that reason, we have a platform. And if you're a young business, if you're a big business, a medium business, if you're a business that needs exposure, a little bit more exposure, FY Radio Show. We're making a lot of tractions. We've been around for 7 years. And we're reaching a lot of people. We're going to continue to reach more and more and more. We're adding 88.9 FM. And we're just, we're going to make sure we market and let people know we are here. And when we do that, we want you all to piggyback on us get the sponsorship and make sure, we help you to market and expose your gifts and talents.
And that's what it's all about, Miss Hinton. If you like have a business, and you got to remember that FYI is not just a podcast. We're not. We're alive.
Yes.
Everything you see about FYI, it's live.
Yes.
We on 4. We'll be 4 radio stations. I mean, real radio stations where you can ride in your car and turn them on in your radio or in your home. If you're in the 757, or you can go to your telephone. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick your cell phone up just like this, and you can go to 1400 AM, 1350 AM, or you can go to www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com. And guess what? Everywhere you go, you'll be able to hear FYI radio show. Everywhere you go, at the time that we come on from 9:30 to 10, you'll be able to pick us up. Now, here's the flip part of it. If you're on social media, you can hear us all through the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can hear us all day long on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, you name it, we're there. So you look at what we got. We got 4 social media pages and 4 radio stations. Yeah.
And the World Wide Web, which is nothing but the truth.
Well, I ain't throw that in there yet.
Mm-hmm.
You got 4 social media pages, and you got 4 radio stations. And not only that, the World Wide Web.
Absolutely.
That services all over the world, from Iraq to Iran. You can pick up FYI on every platform all over the world.
Absolutely. So you all make sure you join us and be a part of us exposing our brand, our shows, and our special things that we do to the world. You can be a part of it, and you can be marketed through FYI Radio Show. Also, we are filling up our calendar for the month of April, May, and June. You know, what we're going to do is we're going to have some we're going to have some good discussion, some great discussion, some serious, but we also want to make it a little nice and fun. And so during those summer months, we're going to be coming to you with some great activities, some fun events, some reviews, book reviews, and authors, and just making it a real nice time for the summer, the spring and summer. Also, you can be a special guest.
That's right.
Now,
That's right.
On our Monday evening, FYI After Dark, we're going to be pulling together panels.
That's
We're
right.
going to be pulling together people that want to talk, speak up, and speak out on certain issues, certain events, like I said, reviews, books. And we want you to be a part of it. And so that's another reason to reach out to us on 757-714-7861. You can call, you can email FYI Radio Show live at gmail.com. You can inbox us and say, wait a minute, we want to be part of your panel discussion. We just had one, Mr. E.
That's right.
We've
That's
had
right.
great panel discussions. Last week we had talking about the trends in the church, talking about where is the church, talking about how the church has changed through the pandemic and what to expect. And also we did another speak up and speak out of some of the things in our community as far as housing and homelessness and things like that. We're going to have one on buying homes and repairing credit and loans and things like that. And we're going to talk about this issue of abortions,
That's
honey.
right.
Now,
That's
on
right.
Friday, on our morning live show, we want you to join us on Friday. That's one of our upcoming shows. And we're going to be talking about this thing called abortion, which is going to be on these tickets on our, what you call it, Mr. E? We're going to,
On our ballots,
our ballots.
voting ballots.
Absolutely.
And then we're gonna have Mr. Lionel Sproul. That's gonna be a part of our team. That's gonna be with us so that if you have any questions that you would like to ask him in reference to abortion, in reference to things that you would love to talk about. Here's the thing that gets me so much, Miss Hinton. A closed fist can't receive anything. A closed mouth, nobody will hear your hear what you got to say. But an open fist can receive it all. But if you open your mouth and voice your opinion, then you can let folks know that, hey, this is where I stand behind it. So here's a platform that Yolanda Hinton and Ed Everett has set aside that you can be a part of our panel, that you can be a special guest, where you can voice your opinion, to where you can let the whole wide world know that this is where I stand. This is what I feel that is happening. We can talk about guns in the hands of
Mhm.
children. We have done that. We can talk about guns in the hands of children. How do you feel about that? Guns that's on the street. Two African American brothers just got, they was trying to terminate them because they was trying to stop this thing of gun trafficking and stop this thing and talk about banning the guns. Come on now. You know for a fact, if you took a poll, if you look around your community and if you look around your home, there are a whole lot of seniors, a whole lot of people that is afraid. My neighborhood never was shot up. Oh, my neighborhood used to be peace and quiet. Oh, that's what you used to say. Now you shaking underneath your bed, too afraid to come out because your neighborhood has now become the wild, wild west. And bullets are flying everywhere. So hey, look, take a stand. Let's get this stuff together. Listen, your voice does count. Your vote count also. So send us your information. Send us your email. Send us your information so that we can pull you in as being a part of our panel. So that we can so the world could know that this is the way you feel about these issues.
Absolutely. We'll talk about relationships. We'll talk about some fun things. We're talking about being single in this time in your life, whether it's through, losing a spouse or through divorce or through whatever, through never being married and things like that, how people enjoy their single life. And we'll talk about traveling and all kind of things. We won't just stick with the social issues. We're not just going to talk about things that are dark. We're going to do some nice, fun, and airy things that, give us joy and make us feel good, summer fun and things like that. But we would love for you all to be a part of the panel, coming on when there's topics that interest you. You don't have to be here every time we come on every
Yeah.
Monday, but we would love to just have a group of people that want to come on and talk about voting, talk about women's issues, talk about men's issues, talk about the church, talk about relationships, talk about youngins, talking about money and all kind of things. And we want you to reach out. You can call 757-714-7861. You can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com, or you can inbox me or Mr. E. You can inbox us and say, yes, 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 I would love to speak up and speak out and give my opinion. Now, look, everybody's not going to agree, but that's okay.
That's right.
Everybody has different perspectives, and people have been brought up in different ways, and they believe differently, which is okay. We just want to hear you. We
That's
just want to
right.
hear
That's
your
right.
voice. We just want to hear what you have to say. And then there are times when we talk, and there are remedies to some of the issues and things that we are facing. And so it would be a really nice thing to have some of you all on. It is such a wonderful, fun thing to have you to be on with us and share your perspective. And
When you
so, go ahead, Ms.
When
Lee.
you send your email to us, we'll give you a heads up. We won't put you on the spot right then and there.
Mhm.
We'll send you a blast, an email to let you know these are the topics that we will be
Yes,
talking about on tonight. And once we send you a heads up a day before or a week before, and all you have to do is be available. Here's what
yes.
we would like also, that your email, that your video, your Wi-Fi, and everything works properly.
Yeah, you have the
Don't
right
don't
equipment.
don't have that equipment that fades out and you sitting there looking like this and it's
Hmm.
bouncing around all over the place and then it's shutting you in and shutting you out. We want you to give us a good email, a working email that you can come on with us and be our special guest. Yeah, we want you on with us. We want your words to be heard. We want people to know
Yes.
that you have a point. This is not a podcast. Again, I want to say this. This is a live broadcast that's heard all over the world.
Absolutely. So don't forget, if you would like to be on our panel, or if you want to be a guest on our FYI Radio morning show, you can contact us with the same information that's on the banner. Let us know, hey, I got something to say. I got a great topic for you all. Or I know someone that is very interesting and would share something with us that's life changing. We're looking for authors. We're looking for people that have written great stories and motivation. We're looking for people that are in business, and we're looking for folk that have this wonderful journey and they want to share with us. We would love to have you on. We have our sports talk on Mondays. If you all are sport, yes, sports buff. If you love that's look. If you love sports like we do, and want to be a part of our sports talk segment, to come on and talk about your team or some information that you have that our listeners and viewers need to get, then we want you on. Also, Wednesday segment, what's under the hat? Issues concerning men.
That's right.
Men, you got a lot of issues. All of them are not bad, but there are a
That's
lot of
right.
issues that men have, and we want to address them. So if you are a young man or even a woman that has something for our men, something that's going to help them rise above, help them with their families, help them to learn how to get back into society after being incarcerated, help them with their health, help them, with their mind and their thoughts and their journey. If they need mentoring, give them places and resources. If they need to build up their credit, if you have, something for men, a program or something, and you think that men should hear the information, you need to come on.
And
You know,
and not only that, if you've been incarcerated, if you join us on Wednesday, Monday sometimes, we'll give you our job opportunity. If you need a job, we put that information out there for
Yes.
you. Now on Wednesday, what's underneath the hat? Issues concerning men. Women, if you got any issues that you think your man need to know about, let us know. And then on Friday, Miss Hinton, tell them about what's happening on Friday.
On Fridays, it's all about the ladies, honey. It's all about the girls.
Sneaking
It's
in your
all about the
pocketbooks and all that
women.
stuff. Sneaking in clothes in your house. Got them in the trunk saying, Grandma bought this for me. And Granddaddy gave it to me. It was just a gift. And then you got to sneak it in. Well, we going to talk about that.
Well, women have more issues than just sneaking stuff in. I don't know too many women that have to, because guess what? Women have their own in this day and time. They work, they have their own coins, businesses, and that's some of the things that we'll be talking about. We'll be talking about women and where they are, how far they have come. We just got finished with Women's History Month, and we are so proud of what women are doing. Yes, we have a long way to go, but I'm telling you, look at how far we have come. And so we'll be talking to women about their issues and how they can survive in this world, in a world where at one time you were second class citizen.
That's
And
right.
so now, we declare our independence, we vote, we have our own businesses, we run our homes, we have our own coins, we have our own identity, and we're feeling good about it. And most women want to be in good relationship. And so when you're over at on Fridays at our what's in your closet, make sure you go to what's under the hat so you can learn about how to deal with your man, or how to deal with men in general.
And to,
And
and
so
to,
we're gonna balance this thing. We're gonna make sure we talk to our men and provide information for them as well as the ladies.
and to know on Wednesday how and what to get your man. And for hints, since you don't want to go since all you can do is go to the dollar store and get some high karate and some
Mr.
plastic
E, who
tooth.
going to the dollar store getting high karate?
they go to the dollar store and special day. Now, on special occasions and pick up those center aisle golf socks. Ooh, wet.
Who's getting that?
I'm just simply saying these are some of the gifts that they get them. And men want gifts.
And that's good to know.
Men want gifts. We want to be, we want to bling bling. We want to walk around looking good, because we got a great woman on our shoulders.
And not only that, men give great gifts.
That's
When it comes to Valentine's Day, you see the flowers, you see the jewelry, you see the fragrances, Victoria's Secret, you see the balloons and the candy, you see all kind of wonderful things that men provide for ladies. We're very happy, most of us, during Valentine's Day, if we have a significant other or a mate or a loved one. Men give good gifts. And so men, this is what I hear on what's under the hat. Men want great gifts. Don't go to the dollar store, they said, and buy those socks that unravel, or just, not keep in mind that
cut
a
your blood
man wants
circulation
something
off.
special. And so, yeah, so while you all are listening over here, ladies, make sure you listen to what men are saying about their lives, about their feelings and emotions. We dealt with that too, Mr. E,
That's
about,
right.
uh, people looking at men as though they don't have feelings, as though
That's
they
right.
don't have emotions, and they don't have, a soul or a heart. I hate to coin a man like that, or stereotype a man as though he doesn't have a soul. That's ungodly. You can't do that.
And then
I'm not saying men are perfect. I'm not saying women are perfect. We're all good and evil, but I'm telling you, we need to understand one another, and this is a way to do it. Um, Also, while I'm thinking about it, our panel will also consist of youth. We'll
that's
have youth panels. We'll talk about bullying. We'll talk about drugs and things that are out here. We'll talk about, careers for youth. We'll talk about activities and what youth are doing, education and sports and things like that. we want to make sure we let them have a voice to speak up and speak out on issues that concern them as well. And so we'll choose a few young people to come on and express how they feel about, school, and how they feel about living life, and, what they feel is fair or not fair, or future leaders. And that's what we do at, I want to mention that too, Crystal Community Development Corporation and our Young Women Achieving Success program. We develop young leaders, young women, and we don't care. Look, they may be young, they may be teenagers, but we want to get our hands on them because we want to support parents and guardians to help them have children that are well rounded. And so we'll be, continuing with the program. We're recruiting now for the Young Women Achieving Success program, girls 10 to 17 years of age. And we want them well rounded. We want them to know about life skills. We want them to have high self-esteem and become leaders, and think positive about themselves. And so, we're going to have those panels, and we're going to make sure we have our children to have a voice with FYI After Dark. Also, our boys club, even though we aren't officially back at Bayview, we're still going to be having our outings during the summer. We're going to be doing our scholarship fund, which we've given a few scholarships out to our young men. We're going to keep doing for the community. We're going to keep engaging with our young people. We're going to do our rallies. We're going to do our pizza and a dialogue. We're going to continue to reach out to our young people because they are very, very important. They're important in the schools. They're important in the churches. You don't have no business having all kind of programs for adult, and your children back in the back don't know their way, don't know direction, on drugs, or just messed up, or just lonely, or what, because loneliness is something that a lot of children face. And so we want to make sure we include them.
Ms. Hinton, when you talk about young folks, young people, and then we talk about bullying, we want you to be able to recognize why your child don't want to go to school, why your child acting out of character.
Yes.
We want you to be able to go to the school and take some time out. We know that the school right now is on pins and needles, but guess what? You can help young people today by making it your business to go and read a book to them, by making it your business to walk around the schoolhouse. Just tell the principal that I'm going to be walking around the schoolhouse, so that if you see anything that's not right, not supposed to be, that you can bring awareness. You can bring awareness. And that's what the school needs. We need you and everybody to come and participate. We need you to help us, to help the schools to stop bullying. We look at the children that's being bullies, but there are some adults too.
Yes.
Are really bullies. They got a hurt feeling in their body, and they want to take it out on somebody else. You would never think that grown people would bully other grown folk. Yes, it does happen.
Yes.
And so we want to bring awareness to not only the young folk, but the adults also, so that we can help our community to be a safe haven. There was time, Ms. Hinton, back in the days of old, in the community, you can sleep with your door open. Didn't have to worry about no problems whatsoever. You can sit out on your front porch all night long, and you didn't have to worry about. But right now, summertime is coming around the corner, and guess what? There are so many parents are so worried about somebody coming by doing drive-by, somebody coming back upset, And then here's another thing I noticed the other day, Ms. Hinton. Even though there used to be somebody living in that house that no longer lives in that house, and so since that house had some traffic in it, there were some folks who get out of incarceration who said that how they feel, thinking that the people in that house is still living there, and they shooting the house up.
Yes, it is amazing what's going on. And this thing, bullying, this is something that Crystal Community Development Corporation addresses, and myself. I've written a book, Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose. You all can go to the website at crystalrecords.com or anywhere where books are being sold. You can get Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose by Yolanda Hinton, a hardcover book. You can get an ebook anywhere where books are sold, Amazon, the iTunes, the Barnes and Noble ebook. You can get it Audible. Go to the Audible platforms and you can get the Audible book. If you don't feel like reading it yourself, you
Listen.
can
Yeah.
you can just listen to it. Please support this book. Along with this book is the game that is finished. And you'll see the website soon. I'll be posting the website for the new anti-bullying game and also the curriculum that is coming for schools and educational institutions, libraries, and things like that. We got Welcome to Christian's World with comic books and different things like that. You will be able to get those books, and they're books that help kids to cope with bullying, help kids to find ways out of being hurt and being pushed around and things like that. You'd be surprised how many people are being bullied, even adults. These books are in Spanish, they're in English, and we would love for you all to support. There are plenty of other books coming, and I'm very excited and proud of the books that are out. So bullying is right underneath your nose. It's something that you all should get for the family. Make sure your children understand what bullying is, what it looks like, and how to share some of the things that they're going through as a result of bullying. We're not just addressing those that are being victims. We are addressing the bystander, those that sit around and egg it on and sit around and do nothing. And then those that are the bullies. This book, Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose, actually is the voice of a bully telling you why he bullies and why he gets a kick out of it and how come nobody does anything about it, how he can get away with it. And so we want you all to get the book, Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose. And soon the website will be out where you can go and download the new game, also comic books and things like that. The curriculum for schools and everything like that will be available as well.
I want to say good afternoon to Miss Sheila Robbins, Miss Lawanda Tillett. I want to say good afternoon to Mr. Mark Howard. Also, good afternoon to you, and you.
Yeah, so listen, don't forget to follow us on social media. We still need the numbers. We want you all to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please go to FYI Radio Show or go to Yolanda Hinton's Crystal Records 1, Crystal Records 1, Cristo Records 1, and subscribe. That's where we house FYI Radio Show. We need the numbers. We need to bring our numbers up, and we would love for you all to subscribe to the channel. Mr. E, you can subscribe to Mr. E's Instagram and Facebook. He's on Facebook, and just go to Edward Everett's page and go ahead and subscribe on those channels. And we're on Twitter, we're on LinkedIn, YouTube, put our name in it, and TikTok.
Right.
Yes, we are. We're on TikTok. Make sure you subscribe and help us to build our audience so we can continue to give information to help folk rise above mere survival and have success.
That's what it's all about. We want to help you to rise above. We want to help you to make success. We want to help your children become the genius and the Einstein and the presidents and the secretaries and the doctors and the lawyers and the inventors. I heard somebody say the other day about the inventions. Did you not know that all the inventions that you have around your house, in your kitchen, that African Americans have invented all of that? So guess what? If we shut off all those young folks from the brilliant minds, and that we won't have no astronauts, we wouldn't have nobody to build the next robot, because we're going into that kind of world. And so you ought to get with your children, your young women, your young men, and let them teach you, how to work the computer. Let them teach you how to let the robot run coming through the house and clean. That's what it's gonna go to. You're gonna see you're gonna see the little robot coming to you, say, "May I serve you? May I serve you?" You know, and then you're gonna see them just put in some codes in the microwave, in the oven, and the food is cooked just like that.
What about the flying cars, Missy? Flying cars, flying bikes, flying.
I'm gonna get me a flying car if I'm gonna get something this modern technology wants it put out. You know, you got the Tesla out there, which is almost a flying car. You can sit back in that car. And you don't
Absolutely.
even have to use this. You don't even have to drive. All you got to do is sit back and relax and let the Tesla take you up and down the highway.
That is absolutely amazing. They showed a woman sleep, and the Tesla was just going wherever it needed to go. I was so nervous for her. I mean, but can you imagine? This is where we are, and there's so many things to come, things that we've never seen before. And so you have people born to bring these things forth in the world. That's why I don't believe in abortion, and I don't want to get on that. But that's one of the reasons, because I think, and there are so many reasons why people have to have abortions. They need to. That's on them. But I'm talking about, my opinion is that some of those lives that didn't get a chance to come probably had the answers to a lot of problems, a lot of diseases, a lot of things. And now we got to wait to see who else will have those gifts. So, when we talk about those things like that, and we're going to be talking about abortion and things like that on our women's program on Friday. That's one of our upcoming shows, What's in Your Closet. We're just going to talk about the different perspectives and how we see things as far as the abortion issue. And so, a lot of times, and Miss Lee, sometimes you don't even have to, to abort a child for the gifts of that per child. Not to come forward. You can have a child that's here now, and you can instill in him so much self-hatred. You can instill in him self-esteem. You can abuse that child, where that child will never have the esteem to go forth and do the things that God wants them to do, because of fear, because of intimidation, low self-esteem. Right now, you have children being abused that cannot come from out of it because they have been tortured and traumatized. You don't have to abort a child and
That's
say,
right.
okay, and that child never have a chance to give us its gifts. You can do it right here, a child that is alive. And so that's why it's so important for us to address issues concerning our children, let them have a voice, have panel discussions on what they need and what they want, and just kind of, give them a way to succeed, make sure they succeed, and make sure they become well-rounded. And so we're going to be talking about certain things. Mr. E, who's coming in April? We have someone else coming in April.
We got Senator Lionel Sproul will be with us. Cynthia will be our
I believe it. We have not got the date, but Cynthia Smith is. We're talking to her on tomorrow to see if we can go ahead and schedule her on. She's an author, and she has a story to tell, and we would love to make sure she's a part of what we're doing.
Miss Veronica McMillan will be our special guest on After Dark, so you don't want to miss what we got going on set aside. We also have Mr. Chris Hinton will be a part of it, and
Yes.
his team are realtors. You looking to buy a house, you need to check this segment out. If you're looking to buy a home and don't know what to do, well, get ready, because the segment that we're going to bring to you will help you to understand
Yes.
the principles point by point, how to go by, get your credit check, what you need to do to get your credit check, how much money you're going to need to put
Yes.
down, and then you're going to see the team after that. Who's going to check your house out for you? Who's going to make sure the structure and the water damages, if your house is affordable? Do you really want to purchase a house? Because Mr. Hinton, when he turned his team loose, he's going to make sure that that house that you was looking for will be nothing but the best home that will last you for a long time.
Miss Edwina Wilson, how are you? It's good to see you up here. Look, I saw you with your hair braided, looking all good. Got your podcast and everything going, your show. We want to say congratulations to you and all of you all. You know, I had a conversation a few Sundays ago with Miss Veronica McMillan. She has a boutique called the Bag Lady Boutique, and she's serving young women, and we're able to donate to the Bag Bag Lady Boutique and provide clothes so women can look successful, that they can go out to church or they can go shopping and look good. She has services, babysitting services, and
Yeah,
so many things. I, had that conversation wherein I, expressed that how proud I am of women that's in my circle and women that are on my feed and on my wall that are doing great things, reaching out into their community and finding, the job that needs to be done for our youth, for our families, for our husbands, and for our relationships. I am very proud. I don't know who's on your wall, but I know one thing. People like Edwina Wilson and others, and Veronica McMillan, Miss Wall, just wonderful ladies that want to really give themselves
that's
to the
right.
community and give themselves to doing the right thing. So I just want to say congratulations, ladies. Thank you. Thank you, all those that are on with us. Again, don't forget our sponsors, Crystal Records. Make sure you go to crystalrecords.com. Check us out. Also, beardgods.com. BEARDZ, well, I mean, BEARDGODZ, beardgods.com. And, make sure you just support. Bullying is right underneath your nose, and all the anti-bullying uh, things that we have for our community. And don't forget, we've gone from the ladies pie to the royal ladies pie, and we will be launching real soon. I got some great things that are coming up for the royal ladies pies. You can inbox me if you want more information, or you can just go to let me see, 757-287-6792, or for the pies you can reach out 757-470-0224. Mr. E, I think that is it. Again, I want to say, Young Women Achieving Success, we're recruiting. We're not going to be here this Wednesday at our site, but on the following Wednesday, the 19th, we will still be talking to our ladies and just helping to build and grow our young women. They can be from 10 to 17. Sometimes they slip in there, the younger, I got one that slipped in there, Mr. E, this year. She's 9 years old, but I'm going to keep in there because she's not the only one. Throughout the years, they have been sneaking in there, and they're younger than they should be. But hey, Edwina, they're 10 to 17 years old, and we're still recruiting, and we would love to have girls. And look, these girls don't have to be perfect. We are not looking at, ain't no perfect girls, no way. There's no perfect adults yet either. We're continuing to grow, and we grow as we grow. And so we want girls that just need a sisterhood. They need to be well-rounded. We want to support their families and their moms and their daddies and their guardians and grandmas. A lot of grandmas are taking care of girls and taking care of children, now, because sometimes parents are not able to do it for some reason or another. And so we want to make sure there's a mentoring program for young women and young men to be able to help them to rise above and be successful. And so you can contact me if you're interested in girls 10 to 17 years old. We're in Chesapeake, Virginia on Military Highway. Inbox me or call me at 757-287-6792 and say, Miss Yolanda, I got a young lady, a niece. I want, I want my little cousin or neighbor or my granddaughter to be in your program. It's a great program, and it's a free program. And That would be nice. Edwina says she want to slip it down here. Come on and slip in then, Edwina. We already have one. But let me tell you something about these kids, Mr. E. Some of them may be young, but you should hear them speak. Some of them got some old soul, and they are so wise in some ways. You know, you'd be surprised how they communicate. And so we have one, the 9-year-old, who is very sociable, and she can sit right there with me and communicate and talk with me on a various subject, and their opinions are awesome. And so that's what we want. We want girls that want to be around other young ladies to have a sisterhood, and girls that are looking to build self-esteem and to have a relationship with people that really care where they're going in this world.
That's right. So make it your business. Give her a call at Young Women at 757-287-6792 or inbox her, Yolanda Hinton, FYI Radio Show. All you got to do is holla and
Holla.
information.
So, Mr. E, again, we're on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Give that information and how people can be a special guest sponsor or intern with FYI Radio Morning Show or FYI After Dark.
If you want to be a special guest or sponsor of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861 or inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, 95.3 FM Peace, and the new 88.9 Joy on AM on the world, and also the World Wide Web by going to www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com. Click and listen live, or you can go to 1400 AM or 1350 AM, and you can hear us all over the world. Or you can go to either one of the social medias. Yes. And look us up, and you'll find us there. Don't forget to join us on After Dark, FYI After Dark, from 6 o'clock to 7. Hey, and you don't want to miss what's going on.
You all are a blessing. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you on Wednesday, and we've got some things to talk about. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, Mr. E, for being on.
You're welcome.
Thank you for our sponsors, Beard Gods and Christo. Thank you, FYI, and all that you bring. Be blessed. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
2 up, 2 down. Bye-bye.